Alright, buckle up buttercups because the gaming world just pulled a plot twist so wild, it's got more turns than a poorly designed Xbox menu. Yes, you heard it right, folks. Grab your popcorn, maybe a stress ball shaped like a certain green logo, because Gears of War, I repeat, Gears of War, is apparently feeling a bit lonely on its home console and decided to shack up with the PlayStation 5. Now let's not pretend this is just a casual, how do you do? This isn't some indie darling politely porting over. We're talking about a Gears of War remake of the original. The one that made chainsaws on guns seem like a totally reasonable and not at all terrifying idea. The internet, bless its little bandwidth-strained heart, is understandably losing its collective mind. And honestly, color me impressed with how quickly the folks in green went from dipping their toes in the multi-platform pool with some older titles. You know, the let's just see if anyone notices strategy with Sea of Thieves, the live service relics, and the quirky hi-fi rush, to just full-on sending their flagship titles over to the competition. It's like watching your neighbor who swore they'd never get a PlayStation suddenly rocking a DualSense controller like they were born with it. And the sales figures? Oh, honey, the sales figures are screaming. PlayStation themselves admitted that the top 2 best-selling games last month on their glorious PS5 were, wait for it, Forza and an Oblivion remastered. Yes, you read that correctly. Microsoft's own prized ponies are galloping their way to the top of the PlayStation charts. You can't make this stuff up. It's like your dog running away to play with the cat you despise. Now, you know your boy here is a Gears fanatic. I've braved the books, some better than others, let's be real. And yes, even that comic. The one that was, well, let's just say it had a certain charm in its, unique artistic choices. But let's dive into the nitty-gritty of this glorious betrayal. I mean development, because this is truly something else. Okay, so Gears of War Reloaded is coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox Cloud, because why not spread the love, PlayStation 5, and Steam in summer 2025. That's practically around the corner. I was actually prepping a video about the looming threat of $100 games because apparently our wallets haven't suffered enough. But this news just bulldozed its way to the front of the queue like a brumac in a china shop. Let's talk about what this Reloaded actually means. Because in this day and age of lazy remasters that somehow manage to strip away content and charge you a king's ransom, I was bracing for the worst. But hold the phone. Xbox owners who already own the digital version of the original are getting a free upgrade. Okay, Microsoft, I see you. A rare moment of generosity in the console wars. But for the rest of us mere mortals, it's a $40 price tag, which, considering what's being offered, actually doesn't sound too shabby. We're talking 4K at a silky smooth 120 frames per second. On a PS5 Pro? Oh baby, that's going to look absolutely divine. And get this, multiplayer with cross-play and cross-progression. Now, my little gamer brain is buzzing with possibilities. Could I potentially grind out those sweet, sweet kills and level up my battle pass? If there even is one, please know, on my Xbox. Then hop over to my PlayStation or even my Steam Deck for some portable chainsaw action. That, my friends, would be the definition of gaming bliss. Imagine racking up a massive kill streak on your lunch break and then bringing that same progression to your glorious OLED TV at home. The future is wild. And here's a little nugget that tickled my fancy. The press release mentions Xbox PC, not Xbox and PC. Now, cue the conspiracy theories. Whispers of a potential Xbox Steam integration have been floating around, maybe even an Xbox-branded micro PC that can play PC games. Could this be the first little wink and a nod towards that future? It's enough to make you raise an eyebrow, or two. But while I'm giddy about revisiting the original Gears, a little voice in the back of my head is screaming, "Where's Gears 2?" Don't get me wrong, we've had the whole trilogy and beyond, but there's just something about that original trilogy. Dom's booming voice, the gritty atmosphere, the sheer desperation of it all, that still resonates. 4 and 5 were fine, good even. But the OG crew, that's where the heart is. And let's just state the obvious here. Microsoft is practically a third-party publisher now. There was an investor meeting where they pretty much said, yep, that's us. Gears jumping ship to PlayStation right after Forza? We're just one Halo announcement away from the unholy trinity being complete on Sony's turf. It's like watching your favorite sports team trade away all their star players to their biggest rival. You can't help but be a little dumbfounded. But let's get back to the juicy details. Faithfully remastered and natively optimized for more platforms than ever, the Xbox Wire proclaims. And honestly, looking at these screenshots, chef's kiss. Remember the good old days on the Xbox 360 when this game looked like the pinnacle of visual fidelity? I vividly recall being a scrawny construction worker, don't ask, and being absolutely floored by how real it looked on my roommate's new HD TV. It was a revelation. Then we had the Ultimate Edition, which was still great, but apparently only ran at 30 frames per second. Blasphemy. But now, 4 times the resolution, double the frame rate, and you bet your bottom dollar I'll be cranking it up to 120 FPS. Give me that buttery smooth chainsaw action. And the goodies don't stop there. All post-launch DLC is included at no extra cost. That means the bonus campaign act, all the multiplayer maps and modes, and the full roster of classic characters. And get this, all cosmetics are unlockable through progression. No predatory battle pass nonsense here. Hallelujah. Seriously, look at these screenshots. Remember how older games used to have that blurry distance fog to hide the lack of detail? Gone. Vanished. Now we have crystal clear environments, sharp shadows, individual leaves on trees. Even the water looks incredible. This isn't just a fresh coat of paint. This is a full-on visual overhaul. No matter where you play, Gears of War Reloaded has been reimagined and re-engineered to look and feel incredible. We're talking 4K resolution, 60 FPS in campaign, 120 FPS in multiplayer, HDR, 7.1 surround sound, and VRR support for those fancy high refresh rate monitors. They've even thrown in improved shadows, reflections, super resolution, and improved anti-aliasing. It's like they took the original, put it in a time machine, and brought back a version from the future. And for those loyal Xbox fans who bought the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition before this announcement, a free upgrade. Consider it a sorry for the existential crisis gift from Microsoft. Though, tough luck if you bought it yesterday. Timing is everything, folks. Honestly, the remaining Xbox holdouts who were clinging to the "we're not third-party" mantra have to be chugging down a different flavor of Kool-Aid now. This is a full-blown embrace of the multi-platform future. And you know what? As a gamer, I'm here for it. Day one purchase? Absolutely. Will I be chainsawing anyone who dares cross my path in ranked mode? You bet your sweet bippy. I might have been a ranked mode scaredy cat back in the day, but this time, I'm diving in head first, even if I end up being the punching bag of the lobby. The long shot, the torque bow, it's all coming back. What do you think about this monumental shift? Are you as shocked as I am? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this roller coaster of emotions and sarcastic commentary, do me a solid and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, GameStation, for more gaming news, reactions, and hopefully less existential console crises. Keep dreaming of chainsaw kills on your PS5. Thanks so much for watching. You can check out my last video right here or stick around to see what gaming madness I unleash next. And I promise I'll try my best not to suck. Catch you in the next one.